What's up, you guys? It's Mary.
And Amma.
We recommend a like,
Subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below, because today we are going to be reviewing something that we saw going on in the news. Apparently, Nayte apologized to Brandon from Michelle's season of The Bachelor. And I thought it was very interesting. We want you guys to go ahead and look below at the link.
Yes.
Later on after this video. But basically, after they had broken up, Nayte had been talking to Brandon about this whole thing or whatever.
They become best friends.
Apparently, they were best friends. Nayte was actually Brandon's best friend, and Brandon is not involved in Michelle's life whatsoever.
That's what he said. Yes.
After the breakup, Nayte basically was talking to Brandon about, how he felt, how sad he was about the whole thing that was going on with him and Michelle, and he actually ended up apologizing to Brandon because he felt like, I'm really sorry about everything that's going on.
Because I messed it up for you.
I messed it up for you.
Because
and
he knew he wasn't that serious.
Yes, he messed it up for him, and he just felt like, he wanted to apologize or whatever because he feels like he had ruined something that was really special between Michelle and Brandon.
But Brandon
it goes
says,
back.
Something, if it was meant to be, it would have been. So he's not going to worry about it.
I think Brandon realizes that Michelle was not going to be ready. He realizes that Michelle was not in the place to love him.
No.
And
the way he deserves.
Exactly. And that it would have ended badly because Michelle probably would have been thinking about Nayte. And what the? But back to what I was saying.
Yes.
Okay, there was a dangerous stink bug up here with black and white stripes like a cow, y'all. I didn't want to act out of line on camera again. So, basically, where I was with Brandon, I feel like Nayte won. Like you said, he was not about nothing. Brandon knew that Michelle was not going to be serious. She probably would have been with him, would have been regretting it, would have been like, what if I had been with Nayte, where we'd be now?
Probably she will be chit-chatting with Nayte and would have upset Brandon.
Yes, probably would have backstabbed him or whatever, because I remember when they were going through the season or whatever, and she was like, I love them both or whatever, but there's just somebody who I just can't live without. Mm-hmm. And she would have got to with Brandon, probably still would have been thinking about Nayte,
yes.
What it would have been, what it could have been, and she would have broken Brandon's heart, and it would have been sad because they probably would have been married, they would have been together, and he would have been thinking that she loves him this whole time, and she probably would not
children building, and then she would have been like this,
and she would not have been giving him 100% because she's there thinking about Nayte.
And I know how Geminis are.
Yeah,
when they're trying to flip flop, they really will flip flop. So
she's a Gemini, so she would know.
It's not. It wasn't worth it. So I am happy for Brandon.
I mean, I'm happy he's made at peace. I'm glad he made peace with it, because I'm sure him watching it back, he has all the closure he needs. Because there's no comparison. There's no comparison when you look at Nayte and you look at Nayte and then you look at Brandon. There's no comparison. He gave his all. Nayte did not give her nothing.
All those bachelors, where they looked at it, all of them, I'm sure, thought to themselves,
I see why Brandon was there.
Yes.
Did Michelle choose Nayte?
Yes, and I'm sure they're also thinking, oh my God, that's why Brandon was there. We were thinking he's this young people squeak, and
he really knows how to love a woman.
Down. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so Nayte
he even asked for the father's hand in marriage.
I know.
Like the first time he met them.
I know.
And everything. Like he wasted no time.
No, he was serious.
And Michelle was not serious. She wanted to correct what happened to her in high school. She had not healed from that.
No,
so she decided to get with a man who everybody would have loved in high school, would have thought was an it guy, probably would have been the jock, the football player, whatever.
Yeah.
And she ignored the guy who really cared about her.
I know.
And just spat on her blessing. God brought her somebody who would have been perfect for her.
It was so easy.
It came so easy. And she just decided, let me go be with Nayte. That's why you need to be healed.
The one who told me nothing, gave me nothing.
The one who I had to beg.
Yes.
For crumbs. Even Brandon gave you every single reassurance that you ever needed. Yeah. He left you a note the day before you actually had to decide. Yeah. And even when he saw your face and he knew that it was going to end, he still put his all out there just hoping that you would change your mind. Yeah. It didn't. You decided, I need to be with my tall, great value looking Chris Brown with the 10 earrings. And when he looked at it all, he still didn't respect you. Because I'm sure when he looked at it back, he probably looked at her in the bed, was thinking, you really ain't about shit.
I know.
Because how you give this up?
Yeah.
How you give this up for me, who didn't even give you nothing? Even I would have been with Brandon, and I'm not even gay. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure all those thoughts went through his head. You know? And Michelle,
he's like, so be honest. You weren't serious, and I wasn't serious. So that's what this is. So come on.
This is a summer fling. I hope you enjoyed it.
And Michelle, just think about the gifts that they gave you after. That had never happened before.
Never.
Where they give you money to put down for your home and all of this stuff. That had never happened before.
That could be you and Brandon.
That would be you and Brandon. Look how God made it so easy for you. So easy. But
now you have to give all that back, the ring back, the money back. You have to get the man back. And now you're there sitting down there at Rachel's season, you know, with Gabby and her guy Eric.
Yeah.
I'm sure reminiscing, thinking I was there.
I was there.
And I could have been with somebody who really loved
my life.
I could have been.
But I went and I listened to those women, former bachelorettes, who did not even have a man.
And who aren't even with their men that they actually ended up with. Tasha,
talk about some butterflies. I need to feel some butterflies.
Butterflies are bullshit.
Let me tell you, eat something you're not supposed to eat, and you feel some butterflies. It'll be gas.
You got jokes, huh? So that's my thing. Like, you really just spat at your blessing. You would have been happily married. You probably would have been sitting down there at the reunion with Brandon on your arm, happily in love with a man who makes you feel secure, who's taking care of you. Now you're sitting there single, talking about washed up with Caitlyn. Girl, you feel washed up after you were there with Nate and he dumped you on your birthday weekend. Jackass!
Let me tell you something. When the shit hit the fan in a marriage and everything is crumbling down,
Nate was never going to be there.
You don't need to feel butterflies. You need to have someone you're going to be secure.
Who's going to be solid.
Who's going to be like a lighthouse for you. Going to be an anchor for you. You don't need, at that time, you're not asking for no butterflies. You're asking for solutions. Yeah. Someone to be with you in the foxhole. So forget that nonsense. I don't even know where that came from. I need to feel butterflies. Wait until you get pregnant. You'll feel the butterflies. The first baby kick feels like butterfly in your tummy. How about that? Nonsense.
Foolishness. She ruined it for herself. Just ruined it for herself. And even Nate, I was crying because of thing. I was so heartbroken because I knew her life was going to be tumultuous after this. I can relate to Michelle for wanting to be with somebody who really ain't good for you. And you, well, I mean, I don't. Anyway, I can relate to not being with somebody who's not good for you. I've been related to the part where I've had somebody really great come into my life and I rejected them. Because if I saw that, I would hop on that faster than a horse rider. Oh, let me go with this man. Oh, he loves me. I haven't had that yet. You know, inshallah, I will.
You will.
But she really crapped on it, and I felt so bad because, girl, even I wanted to be with Brandon. I was like, how can I? Yes. I was crying more than him. I walked away. I was like, I can't.
No more. I was like, oh my goodness, this is so serious.
Because I was invested. I want to be with Brandon.
Were like, come on,
girl, you should have been level-headed.
Be happy with her. It's her decision. Why are you so upset?
Some of y'all were faking those comment sections talking about let's be happy for Michelle. I'm sorry, I don't believe in applauding somebody when they've made bad decisions. I'm not that friend. Okay, I will avoid you if you decide to sit there and make bad decisions for your life. I don't want nothing to do with that. No. If you have making good decisions, I'll be there. Yeah. But when you're there walking into fire, you want me to clap for you? No. I'm not that friend. So for y'all who came for me, I don't give a damn. I'm not that friend. That's not my my personality. That's not my character. I don't applaud people when they're about to go and burn their ass in hell. I'm not doing that. I'm not. I want you to get to heaven. I want you to excel in life. I can't be happy for Michelle because look, she's sitting down there alone talking about how she's washed up. Yeah. I'm sure he broke her down and she's feeling washed up.
Yeah. I'm probably that friend who will be like, okay, so you're going into the fire, I see. You know, I think you may want to just take a bucket of water, alright?
No, I'm somebody who would try to drag you out of it, okay? But if you decide to start fighting me, then I'm going to leave you to your own resources. Right. But yes, that's why I was so upset, okay? Because I knew this was going to happen. And now look at her sitting there lost, confused, and wondering how the hell she get here. Your bad decisions got you there, Michelle. I was screaming at the TV the whole season. You didn't listen to me. You didn't listen to me.
You know who I have not seen at those bachelor things
Tasha.
Tasha probably blames them for her problems.
Tasha should blame herself for her problems.
For it being over between her and Zach.
That man he was the perfect man. Yes, he might not have been gorgeous or drop dead gorgeous, but that man, he had a beautiful soul. He had a beautiful spirit.
Oh,
he was steady. He was solid. Steady. He was a good man, and you crapped on it because you wanted some man with a overcoat and some tight ass jeans. A man who wearing tight jeans ain't ready to procreate. You need your stuff to be free, and you there wearing jeans tighter than me. I see a man with some tight jeans. I know he ain't about nothing. You ain't about family. You damn sure ain't about legacy. Sorry.
No.
You can't be about legacy when you got something holding onto your genitals. That's that's preventing them from swimming. So I can't. You wanted to bring Ben back. Ben wasn't about nothing. He left, and then he decides to come back. You had Zach there.
That other crazy one. The one who was
the one who was obsessed with Noah.
Yes.
Those two needed to be lovers.
I know, because I was just like, what the hell, Tasha? So confused.
And discombobulated.
Too much.
I couldn't with Tasha.
But I think she
listened to her, and she didn't even like Tasha for real. And then even Caitlyn, the one who looked a little evil as she sat down there and forced Tasha to talk about her breakup with Zach, was so cold. Bitter. From one broken heart to another. So let's talk about somebody who also was broken a lot of hearts as well. I said, bitch, what? I was like, what? She looked at them. She looked at the franchise. She looked at the women around her and said, y'all don't want what's best for me. No, you don't. I got to leave.
My little middle finger and do not call me.
No more.
Be part of your franchise and your BS.
If I were you, I would go make that work with Zach. I'm sorry. I would try to go make that work with Zach. Michelle, I think you have missed the boat with Brandon severely.
You see, men like Zach and Brandon,
they know their worth.
They know their worth, right?
Yeah.
And so they're not going to give those second chances like that. You know what I'm saying? They're just not. It's like me. Like, I know my worth. I'm not going to give second chances, and I advise young women not to give second chances.
Because they will hurt you in the
end.
I
have been there, done that with the second chances. What I did not know my worth. And it took decades. So, those lessons I try to teach younger women and let them know, please don't give a second chance. They hurt you once, like cheating on you, Beyonce. You should have dumped Jay-Z like a bad habit and left his ass there.
In the dust. Your net worth probably would have risen. You probably would have been making even more music. You would have been authentic to yourself. You probably would have found yourself too.
Yeah. And you would have been authentic. We would have been able to see the Beyonce.
You could have really seen you be like a phoenix in the industry, and really just rise. Like this whole album, it's all over the place. There's not one song I can listen to and be like, I'm going to listen to this song 20 times in a row.
Jay-Z influence. I can see Jay-Z giving
20
all
songs,
kinds of
20 writers on one song. Yeah. That ain't songing about nothing.
How are you going to be with a man who is also in the industry and you make a mistake like this? That's because he's giving you wrong advice.
I know her and her dad have issues, but your daddy need to be your manager again, because you were actually excelling. I feel like even though your daddy couldn't control his weenie, your mom is married now, but he was very good at managing your career.
Yeah. So that's what he was. And kept the riffraffs away, like Jay-Z.
Sure did. She never did any radio interviews.
But she loves some Jay-Z, and what can he say?
That man, I don't really think he likes Beyonce like that. Because I remember one time she was on stage or whatever, and she said, I know they're probably putting the camera in your face, but I love me some Jay-Z. And he said nothing. They put the camera in his face to see his reaction. He was like... He didn't even smile. It was like shy or whatever. Like he just didn't care. I'm gonna try to find that clip and link it below.
He is
degenerate.
He reminds me of Travis, Kylie's Travis.
Oh yeah.
Those kind of men, they have decent people in their lives, and they just want to what's the word? Like just diss them.
Yeah.
Like just diss them in public. Just because I feel like I got my kicks today.
Yeah.
How many disses I gotta give her? And I feel bad about that. I really feel bad about it. Because she's such a beautiful person.
Yeah.
But just not just, when you hear Michelle and Kelly talk about her, they're like, she was always like a mother figure to them.
Yeah.
She was that like clear voice and stuff like that. And we don't really, we just want to see that side of her. But it's hard to get there completely when you have the wrong partner.
Yeah.
So that's how it is. But poor Michelle, poor Tasha, but you all, they have to do some healing.
Yeah.
So that they can recognize a good person when they show up. And they can recognize the schemers, the rogues, the pretenders like Nayte and them other people, Ben, Jay-Z.
Yeah. Yes, y'all. But it's Mary.
And
be much as a like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below. Bye.